Am I wrong for not wanting to see my family again after 15 years without contact? 15 years ago, me 33 female brother 52 male convinced our parents 70s to kick me out of the house when I got pregnant by his best friend. And my now husband 51 male because according to him I was a homewrecker and he accused me of breaking up his friend's relationship. At that time, he broke up with his girlfriend because he didn't want to move to another country with her because he didn't want to leave his job and the life he had here, and for other compatibility reasons. The point is that they broke up and we got involved a few weeks later. My brother had a party at his house and of course his friend was there too, and long story short, we drank a lot and did what we shouldn't and I ended up pregnant. When my brother found out, his friend promised him that he would take responsibility, but he didn't care. He accused me of being a homewrecker, told me that I was the shame of the family because I had gotten pregnant in my first semester of college, that it would end up being a failure and a lot of other things. Our parents are very conservative, and of course they almost had a heart attack when their only daughter ended up pregnant out of wedlock, so it wasn't that difficult to convince them to kick me out of the house. They stopped paying for my studies and didn't even let me take my belongings out of the house, but that wasn't all. They even got violent with me, and when I say them, I mean my parents and my brother against me alone. It was a horrible experience. My husband is a lawyer, so it was thanks to him who helped me get an order that I was able to get my belongings out of there. I had to move in with him because I really had nowhere to go, and since then we have been together. At first it was hard, but then we fell in love. I met his family, his friends, and they made me feel so loved from the first moment that since then I consider them my family. I stopped thinking about my family from the day my daughter was born, and when I sent them a message, they told me that they didn't want to know anything about me or her. So I never contacted them again. 15 years have passed without hearing anything about them, and I only heard about them again a few weeks ago, when my mother contacted me through social media apologizing and saying that she's sorry and that she wants us to have a coffee to chat and apologize personally. Of course, I didn't even respond, and she kept insisting until I got tired and blocked her, but she didn't give up, and then she contacted me from my father's account saying the same thing, to which I responded that I'm not interested in talking to them or seeing them again, that my children don't need them because she told me that they have the right to know their other family, and I didn't open her other messages again. My husband says it's best to ask the kids if they want to meet them, but I don't think it's the right thing to do. For me, they can contact them when they are adults. As long as they are minors and are in my care, I don't plan to let them get close to that family because I know what they are capable of and I don't want to risk the same thing being done to them. Am I wrong for that? Edit. He didn't take advantage of me while I was drunk. He was blackout drunk and I was conscious and knew what I was doing. Even though I knew it was wrong, it's not like I didn't give my consent. And I know he was very drunk because when we were going to his apartment, the police gave him a breathalyzer test and he had high alcohol levels. To clarify for those who accuse me of having baby trapped him, no, I didn't. It was my first time and I didn't even know I could get pregnant the first time. I had zero sex education. I went to Catholic schools my whole life and there they don't even talk about sex and my parents never talked to me about it either, so I was pretty stupid and ignorant. Not everyone grows up in a house with a family that educates you about sex or teaches you contraceptive methods. In my family, sex was taboo and prohibited before marriage.